I spoke to Drake this morning. Okay. First question I asked him, I said, Drake, tell me what I'm hearing isn't true. Tell me that Pusha T did not get the motherfucking like lowdown on you because you were in Wyoming and you played the fucking song where you eventually planned to announce to the world your son. Because I'm not gonna lie, like before really recently, I thought Drake was literally hiding his kid. You feel me? Like hiding a child, bro. Like, I thought he was never gonna announce it. I thought he was just like fucking just like lying, like yeah, I was about to announce it. He wasn't gonna announce it, nigga. It's like, you know, there's this one big nose, big lip nigga that everybody say look like Jay-Z. Who knows if it's Jay-Z kid? It's probably not, but he's like a doppelganger. He's definitely much younger. And people say it's Jay-Z's kid. I just thought it was gonna be one of those. We're gonna see one of these fucking Aubrey lookalikes who's like 20 years younger or whatever it is, or 30 years younger. And Drake would never claim it. I didn't think Drake was gonna make an album announcing a fucking child. But apparently, Drake gets called. And again, by the way, Drake didn't tell me these stories. So he only confirmed to me. I don't want to say he said nothing to me that he didn't. He only confirmed to me that he played music for Ye before all of their shit came out, before Pusha's disc came out, and he conveyed information, or would have had the information to convey to Pusha, that Pusha could put it in the story of Adi Dawn. Okay? So anyway, so I was just giving out a story that I was fucking shocked. All right, I was shocked that Drake was really gonna like have like a fucking Lion King moment, like here is Adonis. I didn't think he was gonna do that. So I was in the thought of saying, damn, Pusha really got him, but apparently Drake had this song written. Drake wrote a song, and the time actually lines up. He writes a song, plays Fortnite, goes to Wyoming because Kanye was allegedly, and again, this is information from circles and camps and we'll say grapevine, not from Drake himself. I don't want to unfairly say he's told me none of that shit. No. But from everybody who has worked with these people, they said, yeah, Kanye was blowing that nigga phone up. Yo, Drake, I need a record. Need a record. Drake is on some shit like, nigga, where you at? I'm in Wyoming. We need a record. We working like a motherfucker. We can't find a one. Again, this is how it's told to me. I ain't saying this is the full truth. Because what people love to say, academics are so gullible. Nigga, I'm just relaying fucking information. If you don't want information, fuck you, okay? Or if you don't believe it, it's cool. Drake says, all right, cool. I'll come through. Let's work for a little bit. And by the way, I heard he did the same with The Life of Pablo. I heard he did the same with other Ye albums. I heard he did the same with other songs and possible projects. So, nigga pulled up. Right? And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Wyoming seems like a fucking stretch, bro. You know what I mean? Like, low-key, I got a call, it was from a bill collector, though. From, like, Wyoming, like, 3 days ago. I was like, is this Kanye? That nigga's still there? But, yeah, so Drake pulls up. And, you know what I mean? Like, I am gonna say Ye is a snake for what he did. I'm not gonna say snake overall. For what he did, it appears to me he's a snake. But Drake is a gullible fool. Okay? You're creating music for this motherfucker, right? Clearly, they like the sauce that you bring. There's tons of examples of how Kanye, in particular, has tried to bring some of the quote-unquote sauce. And he's admitted in interviews, like, he tried to bring some of the sauce that Drake has into the fold. And you know, Kanye has a very open process. And Drake fucks with him, right? Or used to fuck with him, right? Apparently, they had, like, falling outs before. Who knows? Drake goes there and Drake plays him the fucking record. Like, plays him on some shit like, yo, look what I got. This was coming on my album. Now, and this was my thing, right? Because when I was talking, like, to everybody who I talked to, I was like, how is Ye a snake, though? Because I was like, Ye's real man is this artist and who he's definitely closer to. Pusha, yeah, if my man's involved in some shit and I know some shit, I'm gonna let me know. But when you put it in this context, it's all about context. And this is one of the reasons, I told Drake today, I was like, nigga, you're not doing an interview? He said there is press gonna come. I don't know when. I don't know. It might be on this little episode shit. It's starting, bruh. They're gonna play music for like 20 minutes, bruh. If you want to go listen to like popcorn, like fucking, you know what I mean? I love popcorn. You know what I mean? Jamaican. If y'all want to listen to his new song, fine. I'm just giving y'all the story real quick, right? And this is in my belief. I'm not saying it's 100% fact. You could take what you want from it, reject what you want. So Drake plays a motherfucking song. No, okay. So it's about context, because I'm thinking of, even now I'm like, why is Kanye Snake? You dropped Duppy freestyle, my man's, almost trying to kill my man. Yeah, my man needs something to fire back. And at the end of the day, if I'm forced to choose, am I picking Drake or Pusha? If I'm Ye, I'm picking Pusha. Now, that is a kind of an outsider, and I think that's a natural way to think of it, right? And then that way, Ye not a snake. But I think the context, and that's why you hear Drake, and we could go through a bunch of lines of Drake just rapping about, yo, you know what I mean, the whole emotionless, and even 8 out of 10, like Drake is saying, yo, all these good guys, and just turn their back on me, and they're doing evil things, and this and third, is anyone good like me, and, you know what I mean, like, I'm the only pure soul here left, and he feels betrayed a little bit, right? So, this is the context. Drake goes there, works for a couple weeks. Gets a couple of songs that I hear there's a bunch of stuff unused as well that Kanye didn't use. But his biggest song off the Ye album, I believe Yikes, is it Yikes? Drake wrote. Like, that's a Drake song. You get me? Now, also, like, you got to think that Drake is he's like a scorned lover and pause with that term, by the way, like in a source. You feel me? Like, he's thinking back. You heard it. He used to rap about it too, right? Like, he gave features to mad people, and he gave feature to Meek, and Meek basically just exposed him for a ghostwriter, whatever it is. You get me? So, like, you could tell he's a little bit apprehensive. So this nigga Ye, right? After he works for a couple weeks with the nigga, he plays him some music. I guess he's gaining trust again, whatever the fuck. The first thing that happens is right after Drake leaves, Ye, which, by the way, I know people we like to act like he's super busy because he's fucking crafting sneakers. Ye is the executive producer, and I believe he also produced the track Infrared with Pusha T, with that Pusha T diss Drake on, right? So if I just left from basically writing some shit for y'all, I was literally, quote unquote, your ghostwriter. I know it's not ghostwriter because everybody's credit. Fine. I was y'all writer. How dare y'all? And especially, how dare Ye? I wrote for you, nigga. How dare you produce a beat, approve a song, and approve any type of slight or diss to me? Now, y'all might be like, yo, it was like a slight, it was like a little diss, like in terms of, like the line was, it was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. Yeah, if I'm Drake, yeah, nigga, I spent 3 weeks or whatever, month or 2 months helping you out, nigga. I'm kind of mad. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not spending my whole time working for your shit and then you turn around and diss me. I'm not doing that. So that's when Drake drops the Duppy freestyle. Now, what Drake didn't realize, and this is me just ad-libbing, or not ad-libbing, but putting my opinion into it, Drake is thinking this is some fair shit. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing, bruh. Yeah, ain't no rules in war, nigga. So he's like, all right, you diss me. You gonna mention the shit about the ghostwriter. I'm gonna really go in and I'm gonna just expose the fact that I worked for y'all for 3 fucking weeks giving y'all hits. You know why? And this is what I'm hearing. They said everything coming out of the Good Music Studio was trash. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Drake didn't tell me. That's what I heard. So I hear they called Aubrey, and maybe it could be an exaggeration or whatever, but y'all heard the records that eventually made it. And a lot of people are saying the record that Drake gave is one of the best, at least from Ye's album. But apparently it was a bunch of garbage. You feel me? So if I'm Drake, what the fuck? The audacity. Now you understand why he starts. The nerve. The audacity of you niggas. So he puts it out and he's basically just exposing the fact that, yo, I worked. That's what. And at first I couldn't get why he was relating this to Ye. You know what I mean? He's taking it very personal with Ye because he came out there on behalf of Ye. He wrote for Ye. Ye is executive producing also these beats, all these projects. And if a diss comes out to Drake, Pusha, yeah, nigga, you gonna get a couple bars too, but yay? I hope you guys are getting the context. Okay. So that happens. Pusha, and by the way, I still maintain Duppy Freestyle was masterful. I believe it was a lyrical masterpiece. I know some of the other drinking. No, this shit was great. Again, it wasn't, but it's the same with Back to Back. It wasn't very disrespectful. Back to Back wasn't very. It was clever, witty, lyrical, and dope. You get me? And it still stung. But then what happens is Pusha T, who's a seasoned fucking vet, you can imagine he got the internet roasting him, and he said, you know what? I'm going to go where this nigga can. And I don't know how that conversations or whatever happened. We all know, and I could tell you what I heard with the Meek thing, right? When Meek needed something, or when Meek needed the reference tracks, I heard certain higher up people leaned on DJ Drama, allegedly, to make those reference tracks come to light. When Pusha T now needs to respond to Drake, and this is limited, this is 4 days. Pusha T is looking like, I need some shit that's gonna work. Anyway, Ye basically tells him, I heard this record. This motherfucker got a kid, bro. And this nigga ain't gonna tell people for a while. Like, low key, nobody knows he has a child. Pusha uses it and says, bingo. Now, I don't know if Pusha knew that line or that whole exposure was gonna be the thing to fucking like the dagger in Drake's heart. Well, who knows? But from there on, and I guess this is where it gets a little bit interesting, right? So Kanye let Pusha hit a track. Track comes out. Drake is now fucking furious. He got all type of shit ruined, right? By the way, I hear at this point, Drake's fucking album is completely done. Or not completely done, but it's about 80-85% done. You get me? It's now crunch time in June. His album's supposed to come out in 2 weeks. He got all type of shit trying to like work with. He's now trying to match the energy that Pusha T got, which is a very, I'm exposing you. It's like when niggas start exposing each other, you got to get in the dirt too. You can't have a mud fight and come out with like white clothes. It just don't work. You feel me? So you got to get down the mud too. So, and this is the part I'm gonna say I don't know. Okay, I don't know why. Drake has, he knows something. This is what it's been described to me. He knows something about Kanye that would ruin his life. That's what just put it like that, right? And he gets this record, and some of the details, and some of the stories shouldn't be like new to you. Like, you've heard people regurgitate this in the last couple of weeks, but this is the part that was corrected on recently. Because I thought it was like Drake fucking like shook, like, yo, J Prince save me. I'm hearing there's some other stuff that starts happening, and I could play the record. Actually, his freestyle's alluding to it. Let me play some of the freestyle.